Okay, anyway, so we went and found clothes, blah blah blah, bought stuff, and then we went back to the hostel, changed really fast, put on makeup and hair and all that jazz, and then went back to Reina Sofia, which is like Queen Sofia, and it's the modern art museum, and they have some Picassos, some Salvador Dali's, Magritte, awesome stuff like that. It's a pretty big building. I'm not a big fan of, like, the third and fourth floor were like temporary collections, and maybe I'm just not modern enough and I don't get that kind of art, but basically it was like lines on paper, and it was really stupid and I didn't get it, and I was being really negative and mean about it, you know. I was like, God, this stuff is such crap, I could do that. Like, it was really annoying to see that kind of stuff, like, hanging on a wall, you know. I was like, how is this art? Or we walked by, like, four black blocks that was, like, cubes, and that was art. And I was like, what is that? Who cares, you know? That's out on the street. That's not art. But art is subjective. Anyway, we got in trouble a lot at Reina Sofia. Once for standing too close. Once I took a picture with my camera because I thought I saw a sign that said cameras are okay. So I took a picture with my camera with the flash. Oh my God, and freaked out. But it was in front of, like, the nasty art, not the good art. And then another time I didn't realize, but they don't have, like, velvet ropes or gates or anything in front of their paintings, so I was, like, standing looking at one really close. Somebody came up to me and they're like, you have to stand behind the tape. I was like, oh, sorry, wouldn't want to ruin your nasty, like, high school artwork. Betty got in trouble for touching the frame of a painting, and we got in trouble for some other stuff. I don't remember right now, though. But we saw Guernica by Picasso. It's huge. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Love it. Love it so much. I wish I could have taken a picture. But I couldn't because that thing was guarded more than the White House. But the bottom floors were where the good art was, so that was cool. And then at like 8:50 they were like, oh, you have to leave. We're like, no, it doesn't close till 9. They're like, you have to leave, you have to leave. So I guess we left, duh, and we're like, oh, we have 10 minutes, let's go in the gift shop. So we started to walk in the gift shop, and like all the glorified security officers were like, no, you can't go in there, you can't go in there. And we're like, why? We're trying to give you our money, like, can't you let us give you our money? So annoying. Anyway, we met up with oh my gosh, our feet hurt so bad. We'd been walking and like doing stuff all day. So we were like, okay, let's go out. Cool. So we met at the tavern where we were going to meet our tourist group to go out. And we had a few mojitos. I had a lot of mojitos. They're so good. Never had a mojito before. It's really good. After that, we went to a bar where we had some sangria and danced, and I don't know, it was really fun. The bars were packed, but they don't really dance like Americans, or maybe they do, I just wasn't in the right places. No, I'm pretty sure they don't, because, like, you know, when you go to a bar or a club in America, you see girls, like, grinding on boys, and, like, people are just crazy, like, very vulgar dancing. But I didn't really see that much in Madrid Saturday night. Like, they were just dancing, like, having fun dancing, not dancing to do nasty things, you know? Which was kind of nice, because, you know, I am not really awesome at dancing nasty anyway. Cool. So, did a lot of dancing. Oh, we'll skip that part for now. Anyway, I thought of something. But anyway, after that we went to another bar, which was super fun. Got some more sangria and mojitos and what did I have? Oh, a pina colada. So good. Went to the bathroom and it was disgusting. I saw some German girls in there and I started speaking Spanish because you never know. I think everybody speaks Spanish here, or I'm used to everybody speaking Spanish here. So I was like, blah 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 blah. Are you in line? Do you need to use blah? Are the bathrooms gross? And they were like, oh, we don't speak Spanish. I was like, oh, cool. Me neither. I was like, oh, where are you from? And they were like, oh, we're from Germany. I was like, my mom was born in Germany. And they were like, oh, where's she from? I was like, oh man, I forget. And I thought about it for a minute and I was like, oh, Pigford. And they thought that was so funny. They laughed and laughed and laughed. And they're like, oh, Schweinfurt. I'm like, yeah, cool, that. They thought that was hysterical, which, whatever. And then we hung out at that bar, danced a little, drank some more, and then it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:30, and we're like, we're gonna go home because we're exhausted and we have to catch a bus tomorrow morning at 10. And they were like, no, come to another discotheque with us. And a discotheque doesn't sound like what it does in America. It's not like disco, it's like dancing. And I was like, you guys party too hard, like, I'm exhausted. But nobody parties like a Spaniard. Literally, nobody. Jersey Shore doesn't even party like Spaniards. And, so then we went home, went to sleep, woke up the next morning, took the bus out of there. It was a really fun weekend. More stuff happened, but it's basically just stuff that I just talked about the big picture, you know? So, I will upload these videos when I have a super awesome internet connection. Also, does anybody have any questions or anything? Questions about Spain, living in a different country, studying abroad, traveling abroad, you know? I've made literally every mistake you can make about studying or about traveling. So I know all the things you shouldn't do and all the things you should do. Alright, bye!